So that last video ran a little bit long, so I'm going to shorten it real quick. All right. My friend said that I would never get a girlfriend, and I said that I completely agree. Relationships are a distraction. All your focus is on them, nowhere else. It's just like what did you eat today? What did you do today? Do you need money? Is your car okay? You know, now everything that you've been doing yourself for your whole life, you've doubled it, and now you have literally no room to create, to imagine, and to have your own space. Everything is shared with this new person, and you don't even know that person. You know what I mean? That person can be anybody. They can have their own agendas in life. You're in love with them, and they say that they're in love with you, but they could fall out of love. It's not a permanent thing. They can have no drive or imagination. So everything is on you. It can be on you, it can be on the other person, but they will start feeling the pressure, and they'll be like, "Yo, I need my own space." So that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, I just need my own space. I don't really want to share this space with anybody else. And I don't think that it will ever change. And I don't want it to ever change. Like, I can go to the strip club and have my ways like that if I really need some human interaction. But is that interaction absolutely needed? I've learned that it's not. You can find it from anywhere, and you're depending on one person to give you all of that. It might not, it's probably not going to work, especially when a person has their own imagination and they have their own drive and they know exactly what they want to do in the future. They have their own ideas. It's just crazy. They're distracted and it's all about money, but they don't understand how to get money. They could be completely in limbo. And most of these people are in limbo. Nobody knows what's next. All they think about is, all right, I go from elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and then work, and then maybe family. No, not maybe family, family, then retirement, and then that's it. They don't have any, they're not thinking anywhere else. Like, that's all that they got. All they have for the rest of their life is working, maybe going back to school and then working again. Is that, do we really think that that's drive or imagination? But it's all from the inside and you must fight for it. But they want handouts. All that drive, that imagination comes from you. And how are you going to start giving out handouts? Like, I know that I'm not in a position to be like, you know, my drive and imagination is paying for everything. Well, it kind of is. Like, as soon as I stopped getting distracted from my ex-girlfriend, I started focusing on my own life, and it started working out not as expected. And the things that have happened, it's like that person will never want to be there with you to go through those things. They're not going to want to stay. And that's the saddest part about it, because everybody wants a ride that's not bumpy, that's smooth, and they're always shooting for that. And you have these girls that are literally sniping people for that stuff, because they're like, I want my life to be paid for. All that happens, and they just want handouts, and you can't really do that. You need to find that passion, that drive, that imagination. It all comes from you, and a lot of people don't understand that. They're like, no, I get it from somebody else. And they're like, I'm not, they'll also say, like, I'm not really doing that. I'm waiting for my own imagination to start kicking in. I'll use their imagination for 5 years, but after 5 years, my imagination is going to start kicking in. I'm still going to start using their imagination for whatever needs to be done. But other than that, it doesn't sound 100% like you know what you want in life. You know what I mean? They just want handouts. But what I would tell those people is that it all comes from inside. You don't need to look to anybody else for that information, for that drive. It comes from you.